I didn't even put that on full screen. Okay. Hey, everyone. What's up? I'm pretty sure I'm live. I think I did it right. Yeah, I did. I just didn't make that full screen, but whatever. I guess can't have it all the time. So what's up? Just, I apologize. I'm still very sick. I don't know why I can't get rid of this cold. It's not COVID, though. I've been tested twice, actually. Or it was the rapid test, and then they did the long test or whatever. But either way, it's not COVID. So, I don't know, just chest cold or something. Just doesn't want to throat and shit. Don't want to go away. But I can feel it like getting better now. Now I'm just at that stage where it's towards the end, and you're just like, so everything's like tiring you out. I don't know. Either that or I'm just old. Probably both. But what's up? Enough about me. What's up? Hey, Sue, Megan, Sherry, Liz, Sally, Claire, Lisa, Megan, Reagan, Kristen, Jotty. What's up? Snowcat Tish. That's a cool name. I'm not still on mute, am I? No, I'm not. Okay. Or were you trying to break my ball, Snowcat, huh? I see. Digital demonic Davros. That's cool. Meow now. What's up? So, all right. I'm going to be honest. I started with the idea for tonight's stream why do I still have this on screen? What the hell? My idea for tonight's stream don't mind my chin. There was a thing, just whatever. It's over. Tonight's stream started off with the idea of just pretty much going over in chronological order or some shit, or just, whatever, just pointing out the I don't know, the toxic waltz of a dance between Keem and Katie, or that Katie keeps trying to initiate apparently. But very quickly on in the beginning there, I asked a couple people, send me what you have, if you got the time, whatever. A couple of people did. I learned about a situation that I was never made aware of before. And I don't know how the hell I've been a part of this community, but I never knew about this before. And it just quickly turned into another stream pointing out some shit thing that she's done that she just hasn't bothered to acknowledge even, or just whatever, whatever. That's her business, I guess. But I'm going to point it out. So I'm sure everyone here knows that the shit that's been going on between Katie and Keemstar and Twitter. I'm going to show that first. And then I thought I'd just jump into this thing in the past here or whatever. First, though, someone sent me a funny clip. I can get it download quick.
Zach kind of walked
save as
buying the farm, and last season was sort of toyed around with buying the farm.
Come on. Yep. Okay.
Then Zach kind of walked into the discussion about buying the farm, and last season was sort of.
I can't get the volume stop. Okay. All right, I think it downloaded now. Yeah, and again, I apologize about the cold. You're probably going to hear me sniff. You might even hear me cough a few times. My voice is all fucked up, and you're definitely going to be hearing these little candies, okay? Because it's the only thing that makes my throat feel a little bit better. All right, there we go. I got it. No, maybe not. I got it. Whatever. Good enough. What's the timestamp?
We have such a good relationship with him.
I know you clipped it for me, but for some reason it's taken too long to download. So, 2:35. Okay, so I got this set at 2:29. So as soon as it starts playing, y'all need to watch the screen. Okay, this is from her video tonight. I guess, and this is what I'm assuming it's her upload tonight. It looks like an upload. It's not a live stream, I don't believe. And just right around a few seconds after it starts playing, just watch the screen.
And then Zach kind of walked into the discussion about buying the farm, and last season was sort of toying around with buying the farm.
But like as I've gotten older and become a father, I've also spent more and more time working on the.
Let me make sure everyone caught that. Did y'all catch that? Oh, why is it? Oh, duh, I'm way behind in the chat. Why am I? Why is that? Yeah, I want to thank Annie here. Annie sent me a lot of. She's the one who filled me in on all this. I never heard of any of this shit before. I have an echo. Oh, I didn't turn the mic off when that played. Well, either way, the sound didn't matter. Is it still echoing? Or just when I play something? I'm sorry. I forgot. I didn't put headphones in. Yeah, no, yeah, cute. All right, I'll play it again. Wait, let me put in headphones first so there's not an echo again. I mean, not that you don't really need the sound, but whatever. All right. What the hell happened? Right? My thing is not a touchscreen. Why did that happen? Why don't these headphones work on a Mac? Oh, okay. All right, I got these. Another thing I have found helpful for a scratchy throat is a spoonful of raw honey. It will coat your throat, but it's nasty to take. Yeah, I hate honey. Like, I really can't stand honey. 1 second. I just gotta grab my headphones that are over on the couch. Okay. All right. So let me play this one more time and then we're going to get into it. Okay, here I go.
Decided, I think about a year and a half ago or a year ago, they said that their plans to buy the farm sort of fell apart. And then Zach kind of walked into the discussion about buying the farm, and last season was sort of toying around with buying the farm.
But like as I've gotten older and become a father.
All right, there should not have been an echo that time, and hopefully y'all heard it. When the video plays, the echo starts. Was there an echo that time? There shouldn't have been because I had headphones on. So see, for those who don't know, this is a stupid petty thing, but I don't care. I find humor where I can find it some days. No echo. Good. Okay. Katie had this issue on stream where I don't know, she had something out of her nose or coming out of her nose or whatever. But I mean, I'm sure it happens to everyone. And yeah, I'm sure it's embarrassing. Don't get me wrong. But big deal. So when it happens, just say, "Oh, whoops, my bad." Whatever. Then just brush it off. She went on like, it was a cat hair. It was a cat hair, and it's like, I don't know. It's like not the first time. She seems to get awfully paranoid about her nose, and I don't know why, but it's funny. So it looked like a Q-tip. I don't know why. I don't get it, but whatever. But it's just, I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's petty, but it's funny. Okay. Now, what I'm going to be talking about tonight is the situation that took place a couple years ago between Katie and Keemstar over, and now help me out with this pronunciation because I'm not familiar with this creator. Etika, is that his name? Am I pronouncing it correctly? If not, please let me know. Okay. I'll play it again. You missed it. All right, I'll play it one more time. Okay, I'm pronouncing it correctly. Okay, thank you. All right, that worried me. Right, so Etika, he was a content creator, and he had passed away apparently by he made himself not alive anymore or whatever, however people say it now on YouTube. But it wasn't. She didn't say anything about him. Here's what happened, and I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to show everything because I didn't know this creator. I wasn't around. I was barely on YouTube, like even for pleasure back then. So I don't feel like it's my place to really discuss him much. So I really don't want to. But I am going to just point out this one specific incident, and then I'm just going to focus on the shit Katie said and did, and that's it. Okay. But I want to say this was like 2 years ago. And Etika was doing an interview on Keemstar's Drama Alert. And it like, you could start to see like the signs, you know, of like mental health issues and everything there. And so Etika starts saying how none of this is real. We're all in a simulation or whatever. And so Keemstar just made the comment like, well, you know, if that's how you think, if you think everything's fake or whatever, it's all a simulation, then why even live? Why not just jump off a building or something? You know, like, you know, what's the point then? You know, if that's what you think. That's how I took it anyways when I heard it. Well, then I guess like a month or two later, he ended up making himself not alive or whatever anymore. So Katie then, about a month after that, she writes one of her blog posts or whatever there on Patheos, blaming Keemstar for this content creator for taking his own life, putting the blame at Keemstar because of what Keemstar said. Now, this had come up a little bit throughout the day as I was, you know, kind of reading and trying to keep up with things. And just from what I read about it on Twitter, I was under the impression that Keemstar really did say something to him like that. Like, we're just, you know, no one wants you alive or whatever. You know, like, that's how Katie makes it sound. Katie makes it sound like Keemstar went out of his way to say to this man, and this man specifically, not even like in the general sense, but this man specifically, that he should just take care of himself. You know what I mean? So that's the impression I was under until Annie here. I asked Annie about it. Like, you know, this is what I'm gathering happened. You know, what can you fill me in here? And she's like, oh, hell no, that's not what happened. And she filled me in. So that's what I'm going to show is things that she shared with me. And it's pretty disgusting, I think, that me, who didn't have any idea what happened, this is the first time hearing about all of this today, can walk away from just the Twitter exchange thinking that Keem really did say this kind of shit to this guy when he didn't. It was nothing of the sort. Like, I mean, and when he said what he said, like, it wasn't even like in a specific sense, like he was talking to this creator. It was in a general sense, like why doesn't any of us do this? You know? And anyways, that pissed me off. So I wasn't looking at chat there as I was explaining shit, so I just want to make sure it's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna show everything. Well, not everything. Everything from Katie I'm going to show. But first, I'm going to show. Okay. All right, I already took that out. So this is the okay. Okay, this is what Keem actually said. This is a little clip from the actual interview. You can hear it exactly as it happened. And I'll have links to everything too in the description when I'm done. Actually, maybe I'll try and do that as we go. We'll see. All right, where is it?
What they've been doing. They can do exactly what they've been doing, Dreamy, Creamy, Keemy. Just watch.
Today, you blocked a bunch of people on Twitter, one of them being Net Nobody, Sky Williams.
I block all ignorance. I no longer have any tolerance for stupidity. I have no more tolerance for human beings that did not realize that they were God when I put them here 50 million years ago. You all had the ability to change the game. But what have you done? War, famine, make fun of people, put people down. You trash other human fucking exist. Why are you
saying that they were?
I need now that can coincidences in life. Think about that statement. There are no coincidences in my world
because
everything happens for a reason.
Because it's all planned. It's all been pre-designed.
Everything. It's all predestined, Keemstar. But everything you've done up until this point.
But the scariest thing about thinking that the world is a simulation and it's predestined and all that, is then there's no reason to live. Why not?
Why do you fear death?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's scary, because if you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Movie Bird Box.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's what Keem said to him. That's it. I mean, I would think that's I don't know. Okay, I don't know for certain if that's exactly how I would respond to that, but I think there's a very good chance I would. Anyone would. Who wouldn't? Who would? Who wouldn't? Whatever. But I'm just saying it's not at all unlikely. It's not unheard of. It's not far-fetched. It's not unbelievable. It's whatever it is. It is what it is. And then, like, if someone had even come at this and said, listen, I know that this isn't how he meant it, but the fact is that a month later, the dude's not here, it just still seems kind of sketch. Okay. Even that would be bullshit. Okay. But that would be a little less shitty of the person saying that anyways, as rather than what Katie said. And this was just really shitty. And that I will get to now. So I want that one. Okay. This is her Patheos blog. It's these articles can only be found on the Wayback Machine now, or maybe archive. I don't know, but I know they're definitely on our web archive. There's 2 of them. I know they're definitely on this one. So this was from June 26, 2019. YouTuber Keemstar suggested that to Etika months before death. Okay. She wasn't suggesting that, he wasn't suggesting that. It was in a hypothetical discussion, and it wasn't a suggestion made to this person specifically. It was a general question. Anyways, Desmond Etika Omafa. I apologize again. I apologize. I won't even try again if I'm that bad at it. Died by that after months of troubling and concerning behavior online. Only a month before his death, a YouTube channel called Drama Alert aired an episode where the host told Etika to jump off a cliff. It really? Now, you all just heard what I heard. Did you hear him say, why don't you go do this? Go do this. I didn't hear that. I don't know. What did you all hear? Did you all hear that? I know I didn't hear that. All right, now I'm looking at the chat. Exactly. Yeah, he didn't tell him personally. It was a generalized statement. Like, okay, well, if this were true, if your suggestion here were true, then why wouldn't you, like any of us? Why wouldn't you, me, any of us, just give up and just say, fuck it? What's the point? Exactly. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go back to reading. On April 29, 2019, Desmond live streamed from his home after police responded for a welfare check. He made some concerning statements and tweeted a photo of himself holding that. While he filmed the event from his apartment, cops banged on his door. I'm skimming through it because I don't know. I don't feel like it's my place to really do much of the reading about what happened here because I don't know. I wasn't around then, today's like really the first time I've heard of this content creator. Okay, shortly after he returned home, Drama Alert host, who calls himself Keemstar, slid into his DMs. Really? It makes it sound like all shady and sly and shit. Slid into his DMs. Etika had been a longtime fan of the show. Keemstar had made a hobby of documenting Etika's mental health decline to his 5 million YouTube subscribers. Even let's just for the argument's sake, let's say that's true. She makes it sound like Keemstar went out of his way and followed this dude around like he was paparazzi or something, and just trying to get little snippets of his like mental decline or whatever. I'm willing to bet here, and I'm speculating because I don't really know for sure, but I'm guessing that because Etika had been a content creator, Etika was putting himself out there on YouTube, and then maybe Keemstar grabbed snippets from Etika's YouTube channel, and then displayed them. I'm thinking that that's what happened. Now, I could be wrong. I admit this. But she makes it sound like Keemstar was paparazzi and shit, just following him around, trying to, just screw him over, throw him under the bus, whatever, just so long as Keemstar got the shot. That's what she's making it sound like, in my opinion. I like the 5 million YouTube subscribers, though. Just like, only a day after police removed Etika from his home, Keem used the opportunity to interview Etika by phone. Keem uploaded the episode on April 30th. During the interview, Keem called Etika crazy and mocked his mental illness. Now, I'll put the link to this video in the description. I've not listened to the whole thing. I'll be honest. But the parts I did listen to, I didn't hear anything like that. And I'll be surprised if there is anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised though if there's just something, maybe some jest or something between two fellow colleagues or some shit like that. And, she's trying to exploit it. But in all honesty, I don't know for sure. Additionally, Keem played the live stream video of Etika's encounter with police. Keem bragged that he had footage from inside and outside of the home because of his drama alert connections. Okay. I don't know. But midway through the show, Keem plays the interview with Etika. During the call, Etika appears entirely out of touch with reality. He refers to himself as the Antichrist. Etika insists that he controls the world and determines everything that happens. At one point, Etika said he believed life was a simulation controlled by the master Antichrist. Instead of seeing the red flags of a profoundly sick person, what the fuck is Keemstar? Is he like some, I don't know, PhD psychiatrist or something who can spot these red flags in just a brief phone interview or even just off of videos from YouTube? No offense to Keemstar, but I mean, he's not some psychology expert or whatever, or even educated in psychology beyond like anyone else's normal average education. So why is it that he would have to or be expected to see these red flags? I mean, because I would think that the viewers of this episode and anyone else who had witnessed these things happen should be equally held responsible for having not picked up on these red flags and acted on them. That's what she's saying. I mean, I know she's trying to pin it all on Keemstar, but in actuality, she's saying that there's a reasonable expectation that someone should have picked up on this and acted on it, and no one did. So the host asked Etika if he was faking his illness for attention or clout. I didn't hear that either, but I don't know. Then the most troubling part of the interview occurred during a heated exchange. Etika insisted that life was a simulation and not real. Keem asked, when you say that means nothing, are you basically saying life is a simulation? Yeah, life is a video game. We're all in a video game. Only a few minutes later, Keem gave Etika a now eerie suggestion. If you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares? I don't know. Just that pisses me off. I had no idea that this had occurred. None. And I don't know how it happened, how Etika chose to, cease everything. Nor do I want to know. I'm not asking. That's not the point. But I'm guessing that it wasn't by jumping off the cliff, because had it been, I know without a doubt that tidbit would be in this article. She would be exploiting the fuck out of it had that been it. In my opinion, but do you think I'm wrong for my opinion? Do you think my opinion there was wrong? I don't. But I don't want to know. Please just don't. It's not even important. I don't need to know. So, yeah, so that's why earlier today, where is it? Whoa, I missed some shit over the past hour. What the hell? Okay, all right, I gotta get back to it. Is this recently? Or is this something old? Oh shit! This is an old. This is from June 23rd. Oh shit! I forgot. I did that. Oh, this was before the lawsuit and everything. That's why she was tweeting about Tati. Okay, my bad. I pulled it up on the wrong date. All right. I'm pulling up Katie's Twitter, so I want to reread the tweets from today now after having seen these clips and everything. I think that it'll be eye-opening. Okay, so here we go. All right, so that one wasn't it. What the hell is it? I know. I just put on tweets. Did she remove it? Yeah, today's the 26th. Did she remove that original tweet she did about Keem? Does anyone know if she removed it? The one where she said the president I didn't even know I needed or some shit like that? She might have removed it. I mean, I have a screenshot of it somewhere. It's not that big of a deal, but it would have just been nice and easy. She left it up. She had to go fuck things up and take it down. So anyway, she said, I can't find it now. It's pissing me off. But she said, yeah, it's like the present I didn't know I needed or some shit like that. And oh, there it is. Okay. This is like the best gift I never knew that I needed. And she hashtag Keemstar. She didn't tag him, mind you. She hashtagged him in his name. She didn't tag him. I find that interesting. To which he then had a few responses, which I will now try and get to. All right. While that's loading, check chat real quick. For sure. Can you show the tweets from Erica's ex and messages from his mom sent you saying how much he loved Keem? I will. Yep, I got those on deck. I have like every link you sent me up on deck right now. Which one of them I have to inform you, it didn't pull anything up. So I don't know if it's something you might want to correct, but it wasn't anything that I was going to show anyways. But I'll let you know afterwards. So why is Oh no, that's right. So now, mind you, this is all in response because he said that he was retiring. Okay. And she's like, well, yeah, of course he's retiring. Like his engagement is like shit, or his channel's dying. That's what she said. His channel is dying. And he's like, bitch, no. That's funny. All right, so I'm not sure who had the next exchange, but there was someone drunky, and he shared whose video was that again? Not sure whose video that was. But anyways, yeah, so he shared a video. Then she made a tweet. Keem is almost 40. He's not old, and his claims of retirement are ridiculous. His channel has been dying for years. The most attention he's received in months is his announcement of retirement. Well, think about this. She's saying he's almost 40. He's not old. But then she says that his channel's dying, and this is the most attention he's gotten in months. Well, what is it? Do you think he shouldn't retire because he's not old? Or do you think he should retire because, like his shit's dying anyways? You're contradicting yourself there in the argument. I don't know which way you're going with it. Anyway, to which, that's when he replied, someone drunky. No, that's nice. That might have been it. I thought he said more though. All right, I'm not going through all of his tweets. Oh, here it is. Okay. Katie, the most attention you ever received is when you got sued for stalking/doxing Toddy Westbrook. And my channel is dying, pulling currently 500K views. What do you call your channel that can only pull 50K views when you milk the tragic death of victims? Go drive drunk again, loser. Yeah, I'd say that sounds pretty good. I mean, I'd hate to hear that. And then this I laughed my ass off at work when this happened. This is why I tweeted it out earlier. I'm like, Keemstar gets a hashtag. Yeah, apparently she blocked him. She blocked Keemstar. That's freaking hilarious. All right, so that's pretty much the end of that. I'm pretty sure that that's all that happened as far as these two go. Let me double check, and then I'm going to show the other links that I have here. Oh, that's right. No, she did go on and talk about him a little bit more. I want to read that one too. Oh yeah, she's talking. she goes on and on about this on her channel for a long. That's right. And like he obviously he's done. Like he walked away. He's moving on. But she's still going. She writes, I should also note that bragging about numbers is interesting. According to Keem, each of his videos received 500K views, which would be around 10% of his audience of 5 million watching. Whereas my measly 50K per video, which is a low average, is 27% of my audience watching. I would want to see proof of these numbers because, I just don't buy it. I mean, I could be wrong, and I'm far from a statistician or whatever, but I do rather like statistics, but I still would need to see proof of these numbers because I just don't buy them. My bag of cough drops. I don't like the yellow ones, and I think all I have left are yellow ones. There's one. Okay. Oh, and then she writes, oh, I totally forgot. I actually wasn't found liable, nor was it determined that I stalked or defamed Toddy Westbrook. But details don't really matter to some people. No, instead, she's told it wasn't determined because the case didn't follow through. They settled and kept it out of court. They agreed to certain conditions to avoid that whole procedure. So nothing was determined. It wasn't determined she did. It wasn't determined she didn't. So, I mean, details matter so much. You think she'd want to get the details correct. Oh, this Brie Olson, I'm not sure who she is or whatever, but engagement matters more than anything. For what it's worth, I don't even know who you're referring to. I find that hard to believe, but whatever. You're correct. He doesn't talk about the Duggars or anyone you would be interested in. He probably shamed your work too. So it's probably better you don't know. He's a red-blooded American male. He's not going to shame anyone in the sex industry. I'm sorry. I don't see him doing that. But the point that she makes it a point to point out what her work is. That's not at all shameful. Because I didn't know who she was or whatever until I seen that tweet. And then I'm like, well, who is this chick? I look on her profile. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, isn't Katie calling it out like that and making right off the bat, her first reply to this woman is pointing that out, making sure everyone can see, this is a sex worker. That's how I take it. Like, why the fuck would you even do that? And then, here's that. I get it. I'm not the popular kid on YouTube, and everyone hates me. Totally okay with that position in life. No need to come at me because I happen to have an opinion that other larger YouTubers already publicly voiced. Also, going after a DUI charge from 17 years ago, classy. The single terrible choice I made 17 years ago, which I successfully completed all requirements and haven't had a speeding ticket since. But go on with your bad self. I'll go back to my corner. I know that the cool kids hate me. Like, where the fuck did cool come into play here? What is she talking about, the cool kids? I mean, this isn't high school. Does she realize she's not in high school anymore? Like, this is just real life now, adulthood. Nobody's sitting around talking about who's cool and who's not. I mean, are they? I don't think they are, but I guess I could be wrong. And I'm just going to read this for the hell of it. It's super weird to me that people are so heavily focused on a bogus lawsuit against me while ignoring a 12-count federal indictment with an allegation of complete forfeiture of personal and real property if convicted, and up to 30 years in prison with a trial starting in May 2022. It's super weird to me that you can recite all that. That's what's so fucking weird to me. I don't know. I guess it's just me though. All right, let me check chat and then I'm gonna switch over to that one of the other ones. And I'm not watching chat, so if something's no, I got mods here, so we're good. Let's see. I just want to check chat before I move on. Hey, Cindy D. Just like with Steve McCray, I don't know what that means. Unicornus. I apologize. What the hell? Why does it keep moving on? Okay. Okay. Caught up. All right, so let me close this out. Wait a minute, I didn't finish reading that. All right, let me go back and just finish reading the article, the Patheos thing she wrote. Damn it, the other way. Here we go. Okay. Okay, really think about it. Okay. After making the suggestion, the interview escalated and became more hostile. Eventually, Etika hung up on Keem. The host laughed off the behavior of Etika and continued to mock Etika's illness. Then Keem tweeted to his followers that he called Etika weak. Recording an interview with Etika, he started yelling and rage quit. He mad because I called him out for being weak. Oh my God. That's not what he's... But yeah, okay, whatever. Flash forward to June, Etika. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that. I don't feel like it's my place to address this. Okay, the YouTuber implied that Etika's video might be a stunt. I think a lot of people might have implied that because they might have hoped that it was. I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, he doubted it. Who wouldn't? I mean, who the fuck, who videos that? I mean, one of two people are going to put that shit on YouTube. Either someone who's dead ball serious or someone who's not. And I think most people, when put in that situation, are going to hope that it's the latter and not the former. But yeah, go ahead, exploit it. Despite Keem's efforts to distract people from his behavior, people quickly responded by reminding Keem that he told Etika to off himself. Small YouTube channels made videos calling out Keem for mocking and pushing Etika to the edge. Now, first of all, I want to say this. We all say shit, even if it's in the heat of an argument or heat of anger, we all say shit that we don't mean. I mean, if every single person took my words literally, then everyone I've known in my life would either be dead or fucking themselves. I mean, if everyone took me lashing out at them seriously or literally, that's what they would either not be here anymore or they'd be literally fucking themselves after I told them to go fuck themselves. That's what would be happening, okay? So to put these actions on as the responsibility of one person because of one thing that they said, even if her claims were accurate here, is really shitty. Because what if Keem had said, listen, we all love you and want you to stay here. Okay. Does she think that he then would not have done what he did a month later? I'm willing to bet that it might have still happened. Likely, at least Keem's words wouldn't have made an effect either way. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is her Patheos article. Yeah, that's a very good point, Unicornus. So if she wasn't charged with anything in the Toddy lawsuit because she settled, then Steve wasn't charged with anything too, right? Because she settled with him outside of court. It's a very good point. I like that point. And I'm more than happy to talk about Steve. I just don't want to talk about this stream because I actually prepared for this stream. So I'm going to do what I prepared. Well, I use the term prepared loosely. Really, I reached out to a few people and they were kind enough to help me out. So, all right. So I think we're done here with her thing. And like I said, give me about an hour or so after I'm done streaming and I'll have all the links and stuff uploaded. All right, I'm not going to go through all those, but you guys can check them out after I put the links up. All right. Let me see here. All right, you're saying the one from Alice, I believe. Actually, I think that one I did not send over, but that'll just take me a second. All right, you sent me 2 of them. Not a big deal. this one. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to grab this one first. Try and keep in somewhat of an order if I can. Okay, let me switch over to that. All right. So this is a real text from Etika's real mother. Please, I beg you all, as Etika's ex-girlfriend, please stop this hate towards Keem. Desmond loved Keemstar and supported him for years. He absolutely did not blame him for what he did to himself. Etika blames himself and only himself. Okay, so I mean, here we have, Etika's, probably one of the few people he was very, like, the closest to in his whole life, saying, no, that's bullshit. Don't blame Keem. So, but still, to this day, I gotta find those tweets. I'm gonna pull these up real quick. I don't care. Keem is almost 40. All right. There was what was it? There's something that happened like a year ago or so with Keemstar. And she had put a tweet out that says, while we're talking about YouTubers that need to be canceled, Keemstar has lost multiple channels repeatedly, falsely accuses men of being, whatever, and told Etika to go and take care of himself. Etika went on to take care of himself. Keemstar is a menace and needs to go. Here, I'm going to put this up on the screen for those who want to see it. This was from June 25th, 2020. So it was a little over a year ago, about a year and a half ago or so. Almost. The hell? Why didn't? Swear to God. There we go. Now I got it. So, I mean, I'll keep looking to see what this was about exactly, but whatever this was about like a year and a half ago, I think it might have been, no, wait. When was all this shit with with Jake Paul out in his Vegas house or some shit like that? Whatever it's called, something 10 house or whatever. There's some sort of issue then too. Why is this taking an hour to download? This is ridiculous. It's just a screenshot. What the fuck? All right, here we go. So yes, there we go. So like I said, June 25th, 2020. See? While we're talking, okay. Also, we have, oh, I forgot about that. We also have this one. No, oh, there we go. Okay. I know this is kind of blurry, but I have another copy later on or further on down my list that's not so blurry. This is from June 26th. I will never understand anyone defending Keemstar saying, go jump off a cliff and call it out of context. No, it wasn't out of context. He told him to DIE. if he really believed what he said. She's saying that Keem told him, dude, if you really believe what you say, then, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Go do this. You can't spin this, Keem. Who's spinning? Keemstar is pushing people to the edge. Okay. Like, hopefully getting your channel terminated. You don't care about Etika. Stop making this about you. Stop gaslighting people. You bullied him to the edge and he jumped. You don't care about Etika, she says. Okay, I'm curious. How many times did Katie write about Etika before this? Did she invite him on her channel at all? Did she even follow him or subscribe to him or anything, or let alone just watch him once? I'm willing to bet no on all counts there. Okay, Keemstar at least had a relationship with the dude. Okay, maybe they had some banter and shit back and forth, but I mean, Keemstar took an interest. Okay, Keemstar had him on his show. Keemstar cared to a certain degree. Okay, Katie didn't care until after the dude was gone, and she only cares because she sees this as an opportunity to get her name out there in the media world. So, I mean, don't then to sit there say you don't care about him. Dude, no, the only person who doesn't fucking care here is you. Just think, this pissed me off. Just think, he might be alive if you hadn't bullied him relentlessly. Really? Wow. He's had 2 channels terminated. He's a known racist that accuses men of being that with no proof. Now, someone he relentlessly mocked took care of themselves. Why does Keemstar have a platform despite multiple 2-channel terminations? He's accused men of that and told multiple people to take care of themselves. No, now one of those people is gone. Please help, or please get him off your platform. Oh, she tagged you at YouTube there. Please get him off your platform. He's hurting people. Really, bitch? Okay. Okay. All right. What's this? This is 11. I can't tell with the date. It's either January 11th or it's November 1st. Oh, this is back when she was okay. It was November 1st. It's back when she was served with her lawsuit from Tati and Keemstar. Upon originally hearing about it, was under the impression that it was like a freedom of speech kind of issue, that Tati just didn't like what the channel was saying about her, so Tati went to go shut the channel down. Upon learning that that's not quite what it is, it wasn't quite that simple, or that's ridiculous. He then took back his support. She was very upset about that. This one, I don't know. This one makes me laugh a little. So we have here. Why can't I? It's either big or small. It can't be can't be in between, apparently. What if I do this? Oh yeah, cool. Okay, so this was on November 1st, 2020. This was like 2 days after she was served with a lawsuit, and she had done a stream where he popped into her chat, and it just said, "You have my support." Drama alert with the check mark there. You have my support. So she goes on for like 5 minutes. Was that Keem? Was that Keem? Oh my God. No, that wasn't Keem. Was it? No, oh my God. Yes, it was. Like back and forth. Was it Keem? Was it Keem? And she's like, "Oh, I'll give him a link if he wants to come on." Like, all right, I'm not going to be petty here and say something kind of crass. But anyway, so then apparently, he must have left the chat or whatever. So, but then the next day, I think it was, or like 2 days later, maybe sometime earlier here on the first, he was like, "Yeah, the support I gave you, I'm going to have to take it back. Sorry. Turns out that, that these things you were accused of doing, turns out you kind of really did do them. And it's kind of fucked up, these things you're accused of doing. So I kind of have to take their support back now. I thought it was like a freedom of speech kind of issue, and it's so not. So she was upset, and she was talking with someone here, and she said, he just said he doesn't support me, which makes no sense. I have not stalked her at all. I have not stalked anyone. Like, okay. That's a weird argument to make. I mean, you can argue that you haven't done this when talking about the case. It's just a weird argument to make here, in my opinion. I don't know. It just seems really fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know why she went after him either. I think it's just because what stream was that I was watching? I think it was Charlotte's stream. Someone in her chat made a comment like, just she's probably trying to jump on that last little bit of clout or something before he leaves. And I think that's pretty accurate. So, all right, let me look at there's a couple other ones here I have. Okay, this maybe someone else can fill me in here on this one because I don't recall this. I don't recall seeing this, I should say. But I want to say that this account name or something, I want to say that it's I think people might be familiar with it, and I can't recall why that is. But okay, so she's talking to Real Soldier Boy. Thank you so much for your support. I have had bot accounts targeting my Twitter for 18 months. Oh, this is back on November 1st, mind you. Targeting my Twitter for 18 months. I have no idea who was behind it. Did Keemstar say something? To which he says, yes, the account seemed highly suspicious. If Toddy is paying for bot accounts, that makes her a even more despicable person. Keem said him and his attorney looked at the lawsuit and concluded that Tati has a strong case. Right. Okay, and then she tweeted. Oh, okay, I was on the same one. All right. And she tweeted. This is not accurate because they are only going over her specific allegations, which are false. I have no trolls. I have no co-defendants. I've never interfered with her in her business. Many of the quotes are misquoted and all are my opinion. What? Many of the quotes are misquoted, but they're all my opinion. Whatever. Okay. He says, I really hope you're right. Toddy is setting a dangerous precedent of free speech and criticism against internet personalities. So long you don't harass her, it should be fine. Drama channels like Keemstar run the risk of being hurt by this. I hope he helps you. Part of me kind of maybe did agree with that throughout the lawsuit and kind of still does. I do wonder if maybe Toddy's lawsuit was kind of towing the line there a little bit of setting a dangerous precedent. But it is not at all rational, logical, or realistic to ask or expect her to do nothing against what it was that was being done to her. It's something needed to be, it required a response, you know? So I think it's just one of those things where, I don't know, I can see both points, but something had to be done. I don't care about that. Okay, this one. Okay, so then it goes on to say, this is the same tweet thread. It happened on November 1st of 2020. It was right after, again, for those, if anyone just came in, it was right after she had been served with a lawsuit, and Keemstar did a surprise visit there in her live stream chat saying, you have my support. And then like the next day or whatever it was, like 36 hours later, I think maybe, he's like, nah, I got to take that back. Psych, So, and then she said, there are dozens of these, meaning the accounts, because Soldier Boy had referenced how these strange accounts, She says, there are dozens of these, and I've had no help from anyone to stop these accounts. I don't know where they came from. He's like, LOL, this is crazier than I thought. She is actually paying for a troll army, allegedly. I hope the commentary community picks up on this. A lot of these accounts were the commentary community. I mean, even some people knowingly and admittedly made sock accounts because she just blocked all these accounts. Oh, but I can take good criticism. Just come at me in a good way. Come at me constructively and not destructively. Okay, so people do that. And she's still like, fuck you, and blacks them. It's like, all right, sis. Okay. It's been like this for 18 months. It's been overwhelming, and half the reason people call me drama, because these accounts are relentless. I have no idea who is in charge of any of them or who any of them are. Must have been a nightmare going through this alone. I'm genuinely sorry. All because you had the nerve to criticize a powerful multimillionaire YouTuber. Tati is a sociopath. I don't know about that. Like a lot of these accounts, even the ones who just follow her around on Twitter just to drop something here and there. Like, I think the overwhelming majority of these accounts are not there because of Tati. I don't even think that they give a shit about Tati. Most people, and I know that this is true of the subreddit, most people there are there because of their own personal experience with her in some way at some point in time. And not even just that, it's not even that simple. But a lot of people have had the same experience with her where she had done something that they found to be offensive or egregious. And then it was pointed out to her, but she took no accountability. She took no ownership of her actions. She made no apology. And in fact, most of the time she just doubles down. And that's where that right there, that extra little step, I think is why the majority of people who take an interest such as this, take the interest such as this. All right, let me check chat before I go on. Again, I apologize. I'm still sick. So I'm going to sound like shit here and there. That would be funny, John. That would be so funny. What if KJ's nonsense is the spark of insanity that causes H3, HV, and Keemstar to unite in a common cause? That would be funny. I don't even know the whole ordeal between those two, and I'm good on that for now. I do want to know, but no, I got enough right now. He isn't leaving till March. Hopefully she'll keep her mouth going, and then she'll have Keem suing her too. She's just trying to get any subs that may be lost after Keem goes. Yeah, exactly. It's like a last ditch effort, I think, to gain off of his back, pretty much. Oh, she's drunk Twitter posting again. I can check that real quick, I think. Oh shoot, I only have Twitter open to those pages. Shit. Oh, she's on her Twitter. Is she really? Oh, the sex work thing. Okay. I'm gonna just read this quick. I'll go back to it if you want, but it's the most recent tweet on her Twitter. Over the years, as I've interviewed people and learned about others' professions, I found sex workers to be some of the nicest people. They are ridiculed, shamed, demeaned, and degraded. However, they are the first to stick up for someone else being put down. That's class. why would you expect any different? I mean, they're human, aren't they? I bet that you're going to find some shit people in sex work, but I bet you're going to find some wonderful ones too, because statistically speaking, you're going to find all kinds in humans. I mean, this isn't surprising. This is you wanting to show to the world how cool and understanding you are about the things that you deem to be beneath you. That's what you're doing here. Let's be honest. Okay, on that note. Oh, I'm gonna do this one too. So, while keeping up with the same thread that I've been talking about, here we go. Why'd they take so long to download? Show and Finder. Why does everything take so long? I hate my computer. All right. So he went on to say, you know, Tati's a sociopath there. She goes on to say, I've been on my own and had no support for 18 months. No one believes me and says I'm the dramatic one. But I think I read this one. No, wait, but these accounts, along with tiny channels on YouTube, keep sprouting up to make hate videos about me with false allegations. Okay, sis. All right, so is that last one there? Oh, here it is. All right, here's the shit with Jake Paul and everything. All right, so this one pissed me off. I remember this when it happened too. I just thought, wow, holy shit, dude. Like, even if you're right and like Keemstar's wrong about this shit, like, so what? Fucking look at what he's highlighting here. Anyways. Surely an advocate such as her should have held the same. So this is from her the hell's that? Instagram. I'm not sure of the date on this. I'll know as I go on to the subsequent screenshots coming up. This video comes courtesy of an anonymous source. In 2016, Arman Azadji, I apologize. I can't read that well. No, I cannot pronounce shit to save my life. Assaulted a man who hosts numerous shows in Vegas. He was assaulted by Izad for simply being at Hyde. Izad picked up an assault charge and conviction in 2016 and served no jail time. The victim was granted a restraining order. People in Vegas say Izad is well known as a violent pimp, and no one would listen once he hooked up with Jake Paul. And this was, she had twit. Okay, no. All right. This was the tweet that I guess kind of really explains what started here. And this was from August 7th, 2020. So this whole situation played out there in the beginning of August. A source very connected to Amani Izadi, and she spelled it the wrong in the first one I just read. I just noticed it had a J in it, I think. That's why I couldn't pronounce it. It threw me off. Yeah, it's Izadj. That's how she spelled it. Just saying. Okay, a source very connected to Amani Izadi and says Jake Paul kept Izadi around because Izadi allegedly has a tape of Jake having sex with an underage girl. People in Vegas say they believe the FBI is looking for evidence of this tape, along with potential explosives from AZ's looting, or Arizona's looting. My jaw is wide open after that call, she says. Give me a second here. I just got to find those again. Okay. Wait, where are these from? Sorry, I don't have everything here in order. I apologize. But this looks interesting. So I'm going to show everything still, but it just may not be in order. Okay, so this is from, there's no date here, okay. I said it's an explanation, not an excuse. Of course, we need to treat our illness and use coping strategies. I didn't say it's an excuse. I said it's an explanation. I hope that makes sense. Of course, we have to take steps to do better. Is Angelica a fan of Keemstar? This thread is motivated not by my own issues, but how people are treating Trisha Paytas after her fight with Ethan and Hila. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. I think I'll know as I look at more screen checker. But all right, here's something. Oh, is that? I think this is the blurry one that I had up earlier. Can I just put that right in there? Oh, that's awesome. Why haven't I been doing that all along? Holy shit. That is so much easier. Okay, I'll never understand anyone defending Keemstar saying, okay, as a blurry one I read earlier. Okay, only yeah, so she tweeted this shit even. She even said on Twitter only a month ago, Big Drama Channel mocked Etika and slid into his DMs to get an interview when he had just been in the psych unit. Shame on Drama Alert and Keemstar for mocking this man's mental illness and exploiting it for views. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck are you doing? What? Yeah. Dude. The balls some people have. I swear to God. Oh, here we go. Here's back to the Azadi shit. Okay, let's see if I can do this again. Oh my God, so I can't believe I just did that. Yay. Okay. So here, this was on August 5th, 2020. Drama Alert reported an interview with a former Team 10 member claiming Armani Azadi are women at the Team 10 house. He and Jake Paul are both under investigation by the FBI. Jake knows he's a pimp and claims, really, how do you know what Jake knows? And claims that Jake knows what Armani is doing at the house. Right. Right, that doesn't matter. I'm not getting into all that. Okay, so here's about Keemstar again. Oh, that's right. That's why she was going on about this, okay? So the reason why she was focusing on this so much is because it was someone says, Keemstar hates Jake Paul, and he constantly asks if Jake knew what was going on or was involved in any way. If it honestly seems like he's trying to pin this on Armani. Meanwhile, the FBI already said this is related to looting in Arizona. Not really. There's proof about Armani, so he discussed the proof. There's no proof about Jake, so he can only speculate. Okay, then. You know, this I didn't even question this at the time because I kind of vaguely remember this happening. Then she goes on to say, I don't get Keemstar. The FBI said the investigation for Jake Paul is related to looting and other criminal activity. Keemstar is making it all about allegations of Armani Azadi, R-ing hundreds of girls. How about letting the FBI work? So now she's pissed off that this is being called into question and it's being like outed or whatever as occurring or potentially occurring. Now she's pissed off about it and wants people just to keep the talk back, let's bring it back to the looting, not about these sex crimes. Let's just talk about the looting. I don't understand that. I don't understand why she did that. Like, even for her, that I think that was kind of weird. Okay, so here, this is why I think this is why she might have been doing it, but still, I think it's a little weird. Trust me, Keemstar would love if Jake was implicated. Who gets more clicks, Jake Paul or Armani? This shouldn't be about clicks. The FBI literally said it's about the looting. If R is happening, reports need to be made to police. Are you joking? Keem asked multiple times to Adam if Jake knew what was going on in the house. What more do you want him to do? Well, I'm not bringing that one up. Shoot, I can't find the screenshot now, but she had said that the only reason why Keemstar was trying to make it about the R is because Keemstar wanted Jake Paul off of YouTube. Keemstar was doing it to take out the competition. That's what it was. Because really, what would have hurt Jake Paul more? Looting or that? Come on now. I thought that was interesting. Okay, I'm not going to discuss this matter because I'm not fully read up on it, like at all. Something about doctor disrespect or whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, so there's more of a history between these two, I think. But for the most part, this all started, I think, from what I can see anyways, is her coming after him. I mean, she's done this with other creators, I think, throughout the years or whatever. She focuses on someone like, I mean, we all heard the story, I think, now with her and Angelica there. She was that, and there's no way, not with Angelica. Creepshow Art. No, I don't know. One of them she was messaging, and then another one she put a copyright strike out against or whatever. But the one that she was messaging, I think that might have been Creepshow Art. She comes at these people or whatever. She just mentions them. And it's like, if I were a bigger channel and I heard her say my name, I would get a little worried because I would realize that I'm being put in a predicament here. I have one of two choices here. Acknowledge her, roll the dice there, but try to keep her at arm's length and just keep her on just enough to keep her satisfied. Or don't acknowledge her and have her come at me at some point in the very near future for not acknowledging her, basically. And in the past, she was a much smaller channel, so I don't think that this was really a threat to the bigger channels. But she's coming up on like 250,000, just about. I mean, she's almost at 200,000 subscribers. And I don't care what anyone says. The more subscribers you have, the more times you are put on people's recommended list, and the more you're going to be viewed. So, and that's when she is dangerous, is when she has an audience. So if I were, maybe not Keemstar Big needs to worry about this, but if I were around 1 million or 1 to 2 million, maybe, I'd kind of worry because she's climbing the ladder here and she's going to climb. She'll step on your head if she has to. She's shown that. She's shown that time and again with her sources. You think her competition's going to matter? And oh, that's right. Oh, I didn't play that. All right, I'll download that and play it. I mean, her competition's not going to stop her from behaving this way or coming at her. She's not going to care. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if your channel that's potentially going to end up in her sights or her crosshairs, whatever, and you're around this size, but you're not big enough, like you're not big like Keemstar to where you don't have to worry much about it, I worry. And if you're a smaller channel like me, well, I would expect to not really grow much because she might try to stop that, but I don't care. Whatever. Someone else sent me. That's right. Let me open this up and download that. Okay. Let's see if it downloaded. Why is everything taking so long to download, man? Where's it downloading to? Oh, desktop. That's why. Oh shit! Everything's probably on my desktop, and I've been sitting here like, where'd it go? Fuck. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right. So, shit, that was loud. Okay, so this is a clip. I'm not sure. Wait, let me see. Did you tell me when this is from? Oh, this clip she calls Keem. Okay, this was June of 2019.
I'm just not going to coddle PewDiePie. I don't like him. I don't like Keem. I don't like any of these white nationalists that hide behind the guise of I'm just a guy being a guy.
That kind of that irritates me there, because she's calling them a white nationalist who hide behind the guise of being a guy. See, that sounds like to me like hiding behind the excuse or the argument that boys will be boys. That has nothing to do with white nationalism. There's nothing to do with race. It's a sexist, misogynistic thing, you know, or deal or whatever. What does white nationalism have to do with that? Now, for granted, typically speaking, the majority of your white nationalists are also misogynists too, but that's not. But she's not highlighting that. That has nothing to do with this. She's talking about white nationalism, but saying they're all just white nationalists hiding behind like boys will be boys kind of argument. Like, why are you pulling at so many things here? Like, what kind of sandwich are you trying to make here with everything? Because it's not looking good. It's looking like a poor failed attempt. So, anyways, yeah, I thought that was interesting. All right, so let me go back to chat here. Check it out, because I've been away from it. I haven't been paying attention. Little Mousy Girl says Keemstar will stop a hole in her. He could. I don't think he's really going to, though, because I don't think he's going to acknowledge her too much regarding this. I think he's already moved on, and I wouldn't blame him. If I were in his shoes, that might be the smarter way to go about it, because the more he acknowledges this, the more attention he's giving her, the more PR he's giving her, and in the end, that's just enough to make her happy. So. Let me do this for a second. Let's see if I can fix my face at all. All right, so let me go back to chat here. Yeah, calling people white nationalists seems defamatory unless you can prove it. Exactly. And I'm not sure what it was with PewDiePie when she said that, what she was talking about. I know one of them, I don't know, Jake Septic guy or PewDiePie, I always get them confused. There was some ordeal with some comments made during a game or some sort of streaming. So that might be what she was referring to. I don't know how Keemstar got lumped in with all them, though. John, that's an interesting concept. If KJ succeeds in annoying Keemstar, though, he could reach out to his YouTube contacts and put her under a microscope. I think that might not be a bad thing. In fact, I kind of wonder why the hell she hasn't been under a microscope to begin with, especially after the whole Toddy thing. And I assume that she hasn't been under much of a microscope because she's still here. I'm not calling for, I'm not trying to create her deplatforming or anything like that, or her canceling. I'm not at all doing that. I'm not at all in favor of that. If she has violated terms of service, though, it will be found out, and then it should be dealt with how YouTube deems fit. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner of YouTube, nor should I be. So. Okay. For short, oh, it was part of your name. Silly PewDiePie Swedish and Jacksepticeye Irish. No, I know that, but I forget like who was guilty of making like the comments I was referring to. I forget like which one did what, you know. But I knew one of them was Swedish and one of them was Irish. I didn't know. I still don't know who, really. I just read what you said and I still don't know who. Interesting. And let me go back here and chat, see if anyone tagged me. Oh. Okay. That one's good. Yeah, if there's anything you want me to see, especially when I'm like in the middle of presenting and stuff, I'm not looking at the chat, but if you tag me and when I scroll back, I'll see the orange and I'll know to stop and read it. Is that Agent Steven she's talking about? I'm not sure what you're referring to. They're negative exponents, but I know who you're referring to. No, I didn't smear my lipstick. I had something happen. Just leave it at that. No, I must have been trending. You know, Katie does not give a fuck at all. Okay. All right. I think I might be good. Apparently, y'all just don't want to talk to me much. No, I'm kidding. PewDiePie's the one who made the comments. Okay. Thank you. I believe it was Angelica for the copyright strike. Yeah, you're right. As I thought about it as I was talking, I remembered it was her for the copyright strike, and it was Creepshow Art for the emails, the 4 or 2 emails or whatever. Yeah, you know, Karen Collins says there's definitely a problem when everyone on social media just dislikes you, and you know, that's a fact that regularly comes to the forefront of my mind, especially when I'm saying or doing something, because I don't want to be part of this pack or whatever that just piles on someone and makes shit hard or whatever. So that's the main reason why I try to be careful about the things I say or how I go about this, because I don't want to be cruel. And I think sometimes I do maybe go too far. Like I can now look back at certain things I've said or done and think, oh, that's a little too far. Okay. So it's bound to happen again. That being said, I think it's just, I mean, me personally, I struggle with this. Like, I feel like I'm stuck between people say, if you see something, I'm not saying if you see something, say something. I'm not going that far, but if you don't call out certain behavior or certain treatment of others, then you're helping it continue, I think. So there's that to consider. And I know that could go both ways here. But when I think of that, I'm thinking about how people are affected by her because she's the one with the platform. Most other people are not, that she kind of goes after. So that's why I look at it and I applied that responsibility to her because she's the one with the platform. So I look at a situation and I think, well, if you don't say something, if you don't just point it out, I mean, you don't have to attack her, you don't have to come at her, just point it out so that the other person knows that somebody else out there is bearing witness. I think that that's the most important thing. So I'm reminded of this. And I think that's the main reason why I'll point things out. I'll acknowledge it. I'll bear witness. Okay. But I do think it's important though, that you can do this without trying to hurt someone. And I don't want to hurt someone. I don't want to hurt Katie. And I'm sure that I've done or said things that have hurt Katie. And I do apologize for this. I'm not saying I would do differently if I was given the chance. Some things, yes, a lot of things, no. But that doesn't mean that I'm careless or that I enjoy or like the fact that I might have hurt her. I do apologize if I've hurt her. But I also think it's important to point out that you may be hurt by the fact that somebody's saying something about you that you don't like, but that doesn't make it hurtful. You know, that's all. When the misinformation and general BS is of this degree, not saying something is actually harmful. I so agree. Thank you, Claire. Thank you. And I agree with you. Yeah. If you don't, the more people who don't say anything, then the more harm it can do. And the more likelihood of it being repeated, you know, not just with the same person, but with, you know, other people as well. So, I mean, I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner of society or by any means, of social, whatever. I mean, who the fuck am I really? And I get that. So that's why I think it's important too, that if you are going to point shit out, you have to realize that not everyone's going to agree with you. That's the right. Not everyone is you. Okay. So. It's a good point there, John. But I wonder how KJ can still have loyal stands. I remember that even Charles Manson had fans. Yeah, bullshit spreads faster than the truth these days, in my honest opinion. I think for the most part that's true, because bullshit is usually more sensationalized than the truth. The truth is never that interesting. But if the truth is something pretty fucking interesting, I think it's going to spread faster. But bullshit's usually more sensationalized. Thank you, Melinda. Now that you say that, I'm thinking back and I don't know, but thank you. She says, I truly feel by watching the work you were trying to do, you were strictly calling out her behavior and lies. And that's strictly what you did with integrity. Thank you. I think that there are some ways I could have been more tactful about it, but, and I'm sure that there's going to be more ways in the future where I should have been more tactful about it, but do I think goats can float? I hope so. I mean, especially if they can't swim, I hope that they can float. That's a strange question to ask, though. Are you planning on throwing a goat in water? And again, I don't want anyone ever sending Katie any kind of negative feelings or whatever. So I feel like I should kind of choose my words wisely here, but it really kind of pissed me off though, reading the shit I was reading, especially when she said that one tweet that this dude might still be alive today had Keem not said what he said. That was just that, like everything up until that point was ready to just topple right over the edge of too far. That just gave it a good swift kick in the ass and booted it right over. You know what I mean? Like that didn't just push it too far. That fucking like punted it too far. And it did, in my opinion. It was pretty despicable. Whatever floats your goat. Okay. Liz's answer. To determine the answer to this, we must look at the average mass and BMI of a goat. Yeah, just that really kind of pissed me off. Call me Frenchie Nath says, in all honesty, Aaron, people that were offended by her speech or verbiage shouldn't give her that much power. It's only my perspective, but who is she? Nobody. A wannabe, maybe. You're right. You are technically right and probably in actuality right. But the thing is that she's been growing her platform. Like, I mean, I kind of struggled with this too when I first started talking about her, like publicly and shit here on platforms, because whether I, like it or not, anytime people talk about her, they do kind of help to some degree grow her audience. The thing is, though, the thing that I kind of settled on is that it doesn't matter, because her audience is growing regardless. I mean, she grew like 15,000 subs in a night one time over that shit with Amber Portwood. So she's going to grow regardless. Okay. Everyone, like, even if myself and everyone else did shut the fuck up about her, she's still going to grow. It'll just take her longer to get to a really big problematic state, but she'll still get there. So yeah, we may be speeding shit up for her, but we're just speeding shit up for her when we talk about her. And I think that when you consider, if that being the offset, when the negative part, when you consider the positivity, I guess, that could come from this, it's that maybe other people can kind of get a feel and see things for what they are without having to learn the hard way, So, I mean, I think it all depends on your perspective and where your importance lies on whether or not this would be worth it to you. Some people it is, some people it isn't, and it isn't. And I totally get that. And I don't disagree with that either. There's no right or wrong way. It's just whatever you feel is more fitting for you. So, and my point is, though, to that is that I get distracted a lot. Her channel is grown, and it's been growing, and it's getting pretty big. I mean, when I first started really following her, I want to say she was like around 40, 50,000, she's almost 3-4 times this size now. We're talking like a year and a half, I want to say, I think, I don't know. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. So, that's, I think, yeah, she's nobody. Who is she? But she's, to a lot of people, she's becoming less of a nobody. Yeah, she is already at an immensely problematic state, yes. Brilliant says it's not about sub count, it's about how much viewer growth there is. Her viewership is dropping. That very well may be the case. I'm not disputing it, but I don't know much about the statistics as far as analytics and everything go. I wish I did, because I actually find that freaking fascinating. But like, out of all the math courses I've taken in my adult life, statistics is by far the easy. It was easy. I loved it, but it's been like 25 years since I took it. So I wish I did know more, but I don't know. I don't know if I can comment much about that. I know everyone says that it's about the viewership and everything, and I don't doubt that. Okay. For some reason, though, I mean, a lot of people do still put a lot of faith and everything into subscriber count. And in my opinion, I think that the more subscribers you have, then the more likelihood you are to end up on people's recommendation list. And if that happens, then the more likely you are to get viewers. So. What the fuck? What the hell, Kimberly? Oh my god. I gotta put that up. I have to. I think that's a perfect comment for right about now. She says, where am I? This one. Also, I talked to a plastic surgeon, and he told me that it's impossible to put squeaky toys in breast implants. Totally shitting on my dreams. Oh, God. Boy, I don't think I would want a big-ass Rottweiler around then if I had those kinds of... I think I'd want something much smaller to fight off. Off topic, but it's something I always noticed here. Is that a cowboy sign behind you, Aaron? It doesn't light up. No, it doesn't light up, but yes, it is a cowboy sign. I don't even know why it's there. It's like, I don't think we had any place else to put it. So when we moved in here, I just threw it there, and it stayed there ever since. But this is my winter Cowboys hat. I got it with my infatuation there with Russia was at an all-time high. You can say, I truly feel the fact that you think you might have gone too far. What? I truly feel the fact that you think you might have gone too far, even if, in my opinion, I don't think you did. That just shows your integrity and empathy for us. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that's okay. I'd much rather admit to being wrong than know that people are looking at me and thinking I'm wrong and I'm not acknowledging it. I find that to be more embarrassing. Why was that hidden? Aaron is Russian was hidden. Google was asking me if I wanted to show it or not. Why wouldn't? Okay. Is that an insult now? Like it's swear word? If calling someone Russian? People argue with me for covering KJ, and she was so small when I started, but harm reduction's more effective on the front end than back end, and seems she tried to get Amber jail. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's a risk versus the benefit kind of thing. You know, where do you feel, wherever your priorities lie is going to determine what you find most rewarding, I think. And like, you know, you're pointing out, you know, the harm reduction, because there's a pretty good potential there for harm in a lot of areas for a lot of different people. There has been anyways. So if it's most important to you to try to reduce that harm, then that's where your priorities lay. And that's cool. That's where, then you should, you know, act accordingly. But if you could care less about that harm, or you care about other kinds of harm, and she's not, you know, putting those other kinds of harm at risk or whatever, then you might not feel the same. That's cool too, you know, but. Wait, what? What did I miss there? Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you for downloading that. Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that one's about. Can't wait to see what her live stream was about on Instagram. Harm reduction with people hacking Katie. Well, yeah, I mean, we're not talking though about the harm done to like us. Like when she says harm reduction, she's not talking about the harm, but the potential of harm to herself. It's regarding other people. So you can block her, but you know, the harm risk is still there, I guess. I don't know. I feel like because I've been so sick that my brain's ability to put words together coherently in a sentence, and especially use big words, is diminishing more and more with each passing second. So like that might have been my last good sentence to come out of my mouth. I don't know. Okay. Her and her behaviors. I think you call her out just brilliantly, her and her behaviors. Thank you, Captain Katie. Melinda is again giving me another compliment. I feel weird reading it, but she makes reference though that I'm able to empathize with Katie for, you know, even when she's being a bitch, whatever. And there's on Charlotte's stream, it was today? I don't know. She played an older video of Katie's. I think it was from today. Where Katie was talking about the special needs proms or whatever. And yeah, what she said was fucked up. I'm not taking away from that at all. But she made another comment though that they highlighted in the stream. And I wanted to try and explain this a little bit, because Katie had said that the parents of special needs kids or whatever are all like making a lot of money or some shit like that. Because of when this was said and everything. And just, I think that this was right around the time when like I kind of knew Katie a little bit, you know, just at least through social media. So I know what it is where she was spending her time a lot online. And I think that that's in reference to what she was talking about, because at the time, I know myself, I was kind of trolling the anti-vax groups and everything. And a lot of these groups, you do find a lot of parents of special needs kids, and they all do seem to be kind of, I don't know, just scamming some one group or another group, you know, here and there. And they do seem to be kind of bringing in some money. It's pathetic. It's disgusting, whatever. But I think that that's what she was saying. Because I noticed with Katie, though, her words don't always, I think, accurately reflect what's going on in her mind. And that's why it would not hurt her to take her time while speaking and try to think out the thoughts thoroughly as they're coming out. She doesn't do this. If she had said something like, yeah, it would, what I've seen or whatever that I find to be despicable is there are a lot of parents to kids with special needs who are good at scamming the system and, you know, making some bank or whatever. You know, I think that that's what she was intending to say. But she didn't say that. So, Aaron, did you know Monday was 1 year since the stream on my channel about the lies on Detective Mike? Oh my God, was it? I knew it was like in October. Yeah, it was in October. Yeah, because like a week later or something like this, she got served. Oh shit. That's funny. That was Little Red, by the way. Yeah, a year. Boy. Hey, I mean, I think we both kind of knew, or we had a good idea of what the year was going to bring. I remember at the time you ended up catching most of the heat for it back then because nobody knew who the fuck I was. I felt so bad about that too. I wanted to speak up more, and so I tried to speak up, but I didn't want to come off as trying to speak up too hard, because then it might look like, hey, yo, give me attention. You know, it wasn't just her that did this, you know, come on, you know, when I would have been in actuality like, yo, leave her alone. It was me. I'm the one who got it. But yeah, but I'm the one who got it, you know, blame me too. But thankfully though, that changed. Jeez. I know you didn't want to send me the hate, Little Red. I know you were so cool about it. Some people in your shoes, and no one would have blamed you. It could have been like, yo, it wasn't just me. There were 2 other people on that stream. She's the one who got it. No one would have blamed you. You would have had every right to do that, but you didn't. So that's cool. What is this notification? Oh shit. All right, I'm guessing since this was shared with me, I'm guessing it's because it's cool if it goes out. Well, it was tweeted anyway, so it's not like I'm really revealing anything. Oh wait, is this open now? All right, cool. So someone just sent me something. Oh my God, I can't take this shit. Everything takes so freaking long with this computer. Okay, so this is Wait, let me read over quick before I share it. All right, I'm going to do that. So this is a tweet that Keemstar received after Etika's passing, and it's from Etika's mother. So it says, "Hello, Keemstar. This is Etika's mother responding to you to address the recent threats and accusations you've received in relation to his death. I wish to inform Etika's fans, friends, and viewers that Keemstar is not responsible for Etika's passing and should not be held accountable for my son's actions. Etika loved Keemstar's show and wanted to make his appearance on the program both memorable and exciting. My son's goal was to make the segment as dramatic and entertaining as possible, not to use it as a vehicle of hatred toward the show's host and creator. Spread love and goodwill instead of passing judgment. What's truly needed is a much better platform supporting mental health awareness around the world. Please build up your online community with kindness instead of recklessly breaking each other down. In God we trust, you will take these blessings we send out to you." Meanwhile, someone else does a blog post or does a tweet or whatever saying he might still be here had he not said that to him. And I don't want to emphasize or highlight her shitty behavior. I don't want to come off as petty in doing that or whatever, but I mean, it's shit like that I find just harmful. And she has every right to say what she wants. She doesn't have to be nice. She doesn't have to be considerate or compassionate or an advocate, whatever. She doesn't have to be, sure. But if she wants to be the way she's being on a very public platform, then she should expect people to commentate, to question it, to call it out, to dislike it. They're allowed to. They're allowed to express their dislike to behaviors and whatnot, and words or whatever coming from her, especially when she's putting them out there publicly. I mean, it's not like paparazzi's following her around and judging, calling into question the shit that she's doing in the privacy or in her own downtime. This is shit that she herself puts out here for all of us to see. And then she gets mad because we dare to question it or dislike it. No, that's not how it goes. I mean, you want people to shut up? Fine. Stop giving them something to talk about. So I got upset there. I'm not quite sure where I was going. That's what Keem tweeted that his ex quote tweeted, which I sent. Oh, I'm sorry. And one of the reasons why I wanted you to share it. I'm sorry. I didn't even finish. I had more of your links and everything here up on deck. I got distracted and other shit. You know, I'm finding these old archive pages, though, very interesting. Because I swear I was going through one earlier and I thought it was like from today. I'm like, what was she saying about Toddy today? And I was like, wow, she had some nerve to say that. But that wasn't it. Oh, all right, I see. Yeah. That was Alice had tweeted that too, I think. It looks like. Yeah, she retweeted it. This is a real text from Etika's real mother. Please, I beg you all, as Etika's ex-girlfriend, please stop this hate towards Keem. Desmond loved Keemstar and supported him for years. He absolutely did not blame him for what he did to himself. Etika blames himself and only himself. You know, just I keep getting brought back to that one fucking tweet of hers, and I need to stop. I think that was it, though, that I was sent. I know that there's other things, like there's this whole, I don't know, there's whole comment or whatever Keem alleged, I guess, made regarding race or whatever. I'm not getting into all that. I don't think it's my place really to get into it all anyways as a Waco. I don't think it was Katie's either, but whatever. All right, I'm not going to start going through social media now. Yeah, I want to. Oh, someone made a comment about, yeah, Keemstar is well known for trying to recklessly break others down. That may be the case. I don't know. I never even heard of him until like a year ago when she started one of her tweeting tirades about him. I haven't been on YouTube. Like, I'm very new to YouTube, even as a viewer for the most part. I spent years on Facebook. That's what I did. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not sure of everything he's done. And I'm sure regardless, I'm sure that he's done some shit that's been fucked up. I mean, I think I would find it, I dare you to find me one person on YouTube who has not done some fucked up shit in their climb or whatever on YouTube, at least once. I mean, it's going to happen, and it's, I don't know, but, and I mean, didn't he start his career in like his 20s or something? I mean, Christ, my 30s even. Anyways, and this isn't at all, and I don't know, this isn't at all to suggest that he is without blame or without fault in any manner. I'm sure he is, but I'm not discussing those matters. I'm discussing the shit with Katie. But, that sucks if he did make it his mission to get people he didn't like deplatform. I would hope that he's learned from that. I mean, like I said earlier, if there's a creator and YouTube determines that they violated TOS, they find it the violation either to be in quality or in quantity egregious enough for deplatforming, then okay, it's their decision. I'm not going to argue it. I mean, so long as they're genuine, I'm not going to argue it. It's their fucking platform. But I'm not going to sit here and push and push and push and try to start up a campaign to getting someone deplatformed. I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner of YouTube. That would be YouTube. But as a participant, I don't feel that I'm at all without right to bring something to YouTube's attention if I so want to. But I'm not going to sit here and put my boundaries onto other people and suggest or insist that they do the same. That's up to you all. You do you. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm doing because it's me. It's related to me. It should be related to you. So upon doing that, if YouTube then decides to deplatform someone, then that just tells me that I was right in my bringing it to their attention. If they don't, well, okay, then I was wrong. I get the picture. So I would like to think that anyone on YouTube kind of felt the same way. But, oh well. I don't really recall her saying that at the time, Annie, but I do recall learning of that later on. Annie says, April 2019, Katie talked about how Jilly suing her was good for her career, as meant all her haters would love Katie. Think Katie purposely targets people easy to hate, so it's easier to get away with it. Dude, it kind of brings me back to I know I say this sometimes in videos as a joke, but I'm not really joking. When I refer to her as like the Dexter of YouTube. Now, I'm not saying she's the Dexter to us. I'm saying in her mind, she thinks she's the Dexter, okay? Because she knows, I think in her mind, that she has this ability to really fuck people's lives up, to really kind of just rip the carpet out from under them, whatever. So I think that she kind of rationalizes it with herself or forgives herself, however you want to put it, for doing this, so long as she goes after people on platforms, social media platforms, whatever, socially, goes after people that most other people take major issue with, because then it's like she's using her evil for good, I guess, if you want to put it that way. I don't know how else to put it. So it's whatever. Now, the thing that she, I think, doesn't realize, though, is that what she deems to be, bad in people, deplatform worthy, most other people don't, or they don't have no really has a right to really deem that so. But she doesn't care because, she gets to ruin someone. So that's my opinion. This is all my opinion. And my opinion is not at all based on anything educational wise related or anything. It's just an opinion. Hard job trying to fit these angel wings in doorways. What? Oh, I used to think there was only music on here, and why I even came didn't see the rest until that music video rolled on by. Wow, big place. Yeah, this is pretty much what I used it for mostly. That and oh shit, what was that channel I used to watch? Mental Floss. I think the two brothers there, like that. I loved that channel. That and like College Humor or whatever. But and then there's some other feminist chick. I can't remember her name. I kind of liked, but like that was what I thought YouTube was really. That and music. I still keep my playlist on YouTube for the most part. Dexter analogy. You think I credited too much for the Dexter? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that she's pulling it off as being the Dexter, like to where anyone else can refer to her that way. But I think in her mind, she thinks she is. So I don't know. But let me check that out. Oh no, wait. I don't need to be assigned into my account. All right. Pain in my ass. Where's mine? Oh, here it is. Okay. It's 2 hours. Shoot. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, maybe not. Damn it. Sorry, I got it over here somewhere. I'm not signed into my account on Chrome because I don't want to be signed in my Twitter account if I'm showing shit from Twitter because I'm just gonna end up showing my DMs like I always do. So I have to just grab the link out. Fucking Firefox. You're not coming up in my notifications though for some reason. Okay, there we go. No, you're still not coming up. I don't know, Annie. I don't see it. Oh shit, what did I miss? Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Sally Godfrey. Thank you. Thanks for being you. Oh. At least someone likes it. Kidding. Okay, you shared the tweet with me. Okay. God, it's loud. Fuck. Wait, well, oh. Fuck. Have you listened to that? Is that just my speakers? Holy shit. That was horrible. Oh, that thread you put it on. Okay, my bad. I was looking at... Never mind. This is the one about Amber Portwood, though. I thought you were sharing a different one with me. I don't know. The volume or the sound in that though was I don't know how to explain it. Tagged you in a funny pineapple pizza meme on Twitter a little while ago. All right, I'll check that out. Just sent it directly via Twitter DM, but recording quality. Okay, yeah, you know about the recording quality. Okay, I'm gonna share the link. So if anyone wants to go check that out. So here we go. Why has no one called her this before? I want to know. Why has no one called her Shady Katie before? I want to fucking know. Okay, yeah, I'm going to attempt to do something here that I've never done before, but never really thought I would do it either. While you're here, if you can press the like button and maybe consider subscribing, that'd be swell. See, I feel like a dork saying that. I don't know. Yeah, Shady Katie. See? Why hasn't anyone thought of that before? I mean, clearly it hadn't been thought of before. I mean, come on. Shady palm tree. Do palm trees really put off a lot of shade? I mean, I don't know. I never even seen one before. Oh, no, I said right. I've seen them. Are they in Florida? I think they're in Florida. Pretty sure I've seen them in Florida. Yeah. I think of a tree that making a lot of shade. I think of like a maple tree or something. The actual recording is about Jilly, but tweeted in the context of an AP to show how it appeared to be a pattern. All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sorry about the audio quality and learning experience. Yeah, I mean, I do it happens, whatever. I mean, I look back to some of my first videos and shit, and I don't mean like even on YouTube, just ones I made, and it's pretty bad. Especially like some of the anti-vax ones I did like years ago. The page there. Only one was really good that I liked. I thought was really funny. I still think it's funny. Palm trees are tropical and don't get much shade. That's okay. They are prettier though. I mean, they're pretty trees, so I still think it's a good analogy. And I'm probably too literal. So, hey, Renelli, what's up? I have been getting caught up on your channel the past couple of days. I just there's been several episodes that I hadn't watched before, but I caught up for the most part today. In fact, there was something. Did I make a note of it? No, I guess not. You know, one thing I did make a note of something here. How many subscribers do you think Katie would have right now had she not been sued by all these bigger name players and shit? Like, if Toddy hadn't sued her, if Todd hadn't been talking about her. I know that there's been other people too. People who were threatened to and everything. Annie, it has not been easy. I don't think I would recommend my route of learning to anyone else because but for the grace of God that I made it this far. And he said, whenever you get understandably frustrated with tech, I always think about the amazing amount you've learned and improved your videos since your first streams. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, Melinda. I mean, I don't know much. I don't think I know enough about it, to be honest. But Melinda says, I saw a video about how she faked a screenshot of her actually donating to Gabby's foundation. I just didn't know if it was actually true or just a rumor. Here's why. Normally, I would think she must have donated, because I don't even think she's brazen enough to make claim to donate to a charity, any charity, let alone that charity at this point in time, had she not really done so. But I want to say that she put that screenshot up before the 21st, and AdSense didn't pay until the 21st. And I have a hard time believing that she had $1,000 just laying around before AdSense paid out. Because AdSense paid out, this last AdSense payment on the 21st paid out for the month of September. Well, it wasn't until the beginning of September that she started talking about Gabby. So she didn't see any of her Gabby money until the 21st, this past 21st. Before that, I don't think she was doing all that big in AdSense. So I kind of wonder, I think it's not likely for her to have had $1,000 laying around before the 21st to donate. And since she put it up then, I don't know. That's the only reason though, really. She would still be at 130,000 because it is really, really, really telling how she is hurting. She is making so many repetitive videos. Yeah, exactly. And I think what's really telling though too is how she tweeted out about Keemstar over this whole retiring thing. Because like I mentioned this earlier, someone in Charlotte's stream there, someone in her chat, I think put it perfectly. I don't remember exactly what they said, but they basically kind of said that this was pretty much Katie's like last ditch effort to get some clout on his way out. And I think that that's right on money. You know, I think that's exactly what she was doing. It was a fake PayPal receipt. It may have been. I don't know. People just wrap Christmas lights around the trunk of palm trees. That's not even my tree. Whatever. It's a thing. Oh, so I guess that in her Instagram live tonight, she talked about Keemstar and her DUI. And I'll be the first to say this. I mean, I never had a DUI in my life. There were times though I would probably deserve one. I'll be honest, but not a long fucking time. So I don't really want to pass that much judgment or whatever, but for the grace of God, you know. But still, I don't know. I don't blame him for bringing it up, because look at the shit that she's trying to dig into and everything to throw at him. You know, she's throwing anything and everything that she knows about, that any slight that he may have done or whatever in his past to try to get him to try to get shit to stick to him. So I can't blame him for doing the same shit. I do it too. I don't even know who's Austin McBroom is, for paying them for his subs and likes, or for not paying them. Oh, what do you mean? Are you saying that you can actually like employ like a team of people to present the image on social media that they like you? But on her live, she was just saying how she can afford Louis Vuitton and she can afford new truck. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I bet she can. I mean, I don't really know how. I should know. There's no excuse for me to not have a better idea about this now, about how the whole AdSense thing pays out and shit. But my limited knowledge, I would assume that for her month of September, for example, I would assume that she was in the 5 figures easily for her monthly payment. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it was up over 20 grand. But I don't know. I can't, I could be off by freaking 18.5 thousand. I don't know. Didn't look like any of the other PayPal receipts, and the area that says donated by was blank. Her name was not even on it. 30K plus a month. Okay, so you don't think I was too wrong then to put her month of September at over maybe 20,000? I'm just kind of curious how close to accurate I might be. I've heard of the name The Ace Family. I don't really know who they are. Oh, Austin McRoom, Ace Family blogging channel. They haven't been paying bills in their house of cards is criminal. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, go watch Sloan's video. He interviewed the person who said that they get paid to do. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. Thank you, Karen, for telling me about that. What did I miss up here? So that's crazy. So huh. Not at all right on par. Okay, cool. I like to hear that I might be right. I'm kind of curious to see what her views and her this is what makes it so hard though. Like, if we see her views and her likes and shit go up, or her subscriber count go up, like to a noticeable like incline, and over the next month, let's say, then I think it would be hard to. I mean, it could be because she's paying for the engagement, for the I don't know, for people noticing her, or it could just be because she got a lot of views over this past month and more people are finding her. So I think that's what makes it tough. Like if she was having a down, like getting like a lot, not getting a very small amount of views for her channel for like over a month or two, and then we saw like the huge incline, I would think, okay, it's more likely that it's not from an organic place, whereas now if we see a huge incline, it could be either. I mean, it'd be understandably either, I think. So yes, and the McBroons owe them $15K and won't pay it, so they exposed it. She was complaining about Keem bringing up her DUI 17 years ago. What about her bringing the Tucker Girls trauma up every week for the past 2 years? Yeah. I have no idea how she would have faked the PayPal donation to get. I don't know how accurate those claims may be, so I don't know if I want to kind of, I don't know, put it out there. I don't put it past her at all. In my opinion, she's completely capable of doing it. Absolutely. But I don't know anything about it. I'd want to have a better understanding first before, I started pushing that, possibility, I guess. Someone went to a screen where it showed once a week she increased by 1,000 subscribers. Oh, okay. Where it showed she increased by 1,000 subscribers almost on the same day each week. It was suspect. No, that was probably Social Blade. When especially when you get to be a bigger channel, they're not going to show the increase in subscribers every day, first of all, okay? And they're not going to show like, oh, you got 43 here today, or you got 6,021 this day. They do it once a week. They update the numbers, and they will update it to like whatever 1,000 threshold you pass. So in her case, because of the numbers, where the bracket in which she falls in with the number of subs she has now, when that once a week comes up, they will adjust the number of subs. Like if she got 1,000 subs, then they'll up at 1,000. But if she got 1,200 subs, they'll only up at 1,000. They won't up at that next 1,000 until she gets over that next 1,000. That's how Social Blade just updates their website. I know it does. I mean, I thought the same thing when I first saw it too. I'm like, you can't mean to tell me that once a week she goes up exactly 1,000 subs. Come on, what are the odds? You know, but she doesn't. But that's just how Social Blade shows people that she increases. So. All right, Negative says, I legit ran meta-analysis on the receipt, and I have no reason to believe it was fake. If I was suspicious at all, I'd call it out. I don't know anything about it. So, and I just don't want to kind of push a possibility that I know nothing about. But I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Yeah, she's not going, she doesn't go up, she doesn't get exactly 1,000 subs each week. It goes up. That's just when she's reached the next 1,000 threshold. That's when they'll list it. Yeah, the Social Blade should really make it more of a point to explaining that to people, because you and I are not the first or only people who jump to that same conclusion. I mean, everyone does. So. Yeah, I mean, and that you may be right. You can print out a PayPal receipt and use whiteout and retype whatever you want on it, whatever onto it you want on it. So yes, I put nothing past Katie. Yeah, I put nothing past her too. I think that a scenario like that is incredibly possible, maybe even plausible. You know, I just don't know anything about it. So. Pay attention. She's starting going hard for Sloan after he revealed that video of the McRooms buying subs. Maybe she felt like she got out of that. I definitely think you're right. That's definitely part of it. But because let's be honest, she has too much pride and ego to not put on this wonderful, incredible display to the world that she's growing in such, quickness and enormity. But I think that her problem with Sloan will also be because he got to break it and not her. Because, I mean, he's competition. I mean, she likes to sit there and say, I want everyone on here to do well. I don't want to see anyone not do well. I want everyone to do well. She can say that all she wants, but yeah, okay. And the thing though about the receipt, it's very hard to prove, I think, because I know like nonprofits or whatever, like they have to have a certain amount of transparency, but I don't know what kind of nonprofit we're talking about. And I don't know how much transparency, and I don't know if there's any privacy rights or protections that donors can, should be, or are applied. So I don't even know if you could prove that. I mean, I think the only one that could really prove it one way or the other would be the nonprofit. But I don't know if they will or can. John, you're pretty much right. I thought that she was anti-Sloan because she reached out to him and he didn't want anything to do with her toxic ass. She, to my knowledge, to my recollection, and this was over a year ago, I think, she had tweeted out to him or whatever, just acknowledged him and made notice of this acknowledgement several times publicly. And I think once or something he did kind of, give her a little bit of what she was looking for, but then she kept coming for him. And I think after that, he just, he moved on. His channel blew up like crazy at the time. And she, I think, kind of felt some resentment about that. I could be wrong. This is my loose recollection, I guess, of it. Transaction IDs and those PayPal receipts threw me off. They're different. One has all numbers and one has letters and numbers. Not sure if that's typical, but it caught my attention. Yeah. Why would the name of the donor be left blank in the actual receipt? Didn't look like. I don't know for sure, but I know that, I don't know if this is the case with PayPal, but I know on other things, I think it is with PayPal though, because I know I've gotten Oh shoot, that's right. I got to thank someone for one too. I can't believe I've forgotten for like a week now. But they have Buy Me a Coffee website or whatever. That money's done through PayPal. So, and there's been once or twice where someone had, donated or whatever to me through that website, but they didn't put a name on it. So I didn't know who to thank. So I don't know what the receipt looked like when it came back to them though on PayPal. I just know what it looked like coming my way. So I'm not sure if they can alter that or affect that for themselves or just for me or for the whole transaction in its entirety. I don't know. But yeah, let me put I'm such an asshole. Here. Okay, so after that. Okay, this one actually didn't come through the coffee one though, because it went straight to PayPal. But I don't want to say names in case they don't want to be outed. So, but if you are here, you have the initials of CR. Thank you very much for your PayPal. Thank you. It was very nice of you. There's no message with it though, so I don't, I don't really want to put out anything more identifying than that if you don't want me to. So, but if there's a message, I can maybe make reference to something so you know it was you, but CR. So thank you. No, Sloan and KJ got close for a minute. Then she thought he said something about her and blocked him. Later, he called her out for exploiting Free Britney after insulting. Okay. Now that you say that, I do kind of remember, because I remember like him, he made acknowledgement of her, but it was very brief. And I was just under the impression that that wasn't enough for her. The Free Britney thing, I didn't even realize that happened. I didn't realize that until she was talking about him just recently and referring to that. That's when I learned that she kind of gave him shit for the Free Britney, but turns out he was kind of right. I think that's funny. She didn't clarify that though when she was talking about it recently. That's interesting. Yeah, you might be right there, Sally. There's no way she would donate anonymously. I kind of have to agree with you there. She even threw Swoop under the bus, and she only did one video on Gabby. I don't know who you're talking about, Renelli. I haven't been watching the chat though. John Katie did Sloan so wrong. Okay. Seems like a good guy who recently. Yeah, I like Sloan. I like his videos. He did videos. I think it was. I'm almost positive it was him. Yeah, no, it was. Oh no, wait, might have not been him. Me. Oh, okay, it was him. Yep. All right. Yeah, okay. Well, he's done actually quite a few videos on her, but yeah, there are a couple of videos I watched by him about Amanda Bynes I found very interesting. So, and after I went on like this binge for like I was at work for I watched it when I was at work, and I did this for like over a week though while I was at work. I just listened to like these videos he did, like on Amanda Bynes. He did some on Britney, but who else was it? Was it him? I think it was either him or someone I found through him that did a few videos on Lindsay Lohan too, that I really liked. I think that might have been a chick though I found through him. Yeah, no, it wasn't him. Who was it though? Shit, I don't think I subscribed to her. Damn it! Oh, it might have been her. Wait a minute. Yep. Okay. It was this chick. It was Mila Tequila. She did a couple of videos on Lindsay Lohan that I thought were fucking great, and they are great. I don't care. And this one I really like too. That I'm looking at now. The Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan drama will really happen. So like I really like her too. Her name sounds familiar now, though. It didn't sound familiar to me when I found her, but now I want to say that she might be more popular now. I don't know. Speaking of Lindsay Lohan, I'm subbed to the channel with a guy from Lowen's Beach Club who got fired for playing. What? What the fuck? Okay, I find two things. I take issue with two things here that you wrote. I'm subbed to the channel of the guy from Lohan's Beach Club who got fired for putting bread in his ass. Why who puts bread in their ass? But more importantly, how was this stated ahead of time that this was a fireable offense? I mean, was it the club's bread? Did he serve a sandwich with it afterwards? Oh my God. Oh God. I think I just fucked up my eyelashes. It's the fireable offense that jumps out at me there. Like there's so many questions come to mind. What the fuck? Check him out, Mike MGTV. He's hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah, I think the chick though, when I found her on my other channel, so I'm subscribed to her there. I wasn't subscribed to her here. I'll do that now. But now I want to check out who you're mentioning. Was it Mike MGTV? Oh, he's a bartender? Dear straight men who also like men. You might not be straight then, or not just straight. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I want to check out his channel. I'm not going to do it right now, but I will later. Thank you for suggesting him. So he's the guy who got fired for putting bread in his ass. Was this put in the employee handbook? I mean, had he been informed ahead of time that this could get him fired? Jesus Christ. Why does the club care what he puts in his ass? Okay. What the fuck? John says, he got naked on camera because a guest wanted to swim but didn't have a suit. Then someone made a comment about serving bread. But then it's a logical conclusion that the bread should end up in his ass, I guess. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's some funny shit. How else was he supposed to serve the bread? Jesus Christ, how did he serve the butter? I don't want to know. I really don't. Jungle juice and water cooler. That's funny. Oh my God, it's fucking funny. Oh my God, I remember that. Yeah, and I remember that. And talking about Sloan and Katie. Yeah, she'd been saying crap like she was his YouTube mom before she blocked him and knew he was vulnerable. They apparently were sort of close, but he rightfully got sort of scared of her. It's funny. I remember that. Yep. Oh no. Oh, Karen, I hope that's not true. Karen said, I heard today that CK, Critical K, is really sick with COVID. Her friend Louis, whatever, had a message from her on his channel. Well, do you have a link to his channel? Because someone told me his channel's name before, but I looked for it and it doesn't come up in like the list or whatever, my search results. And there's just a lot of people apparently with that same name. I don't know. But I've been wanting to look at his channel. Man, oh, I fucking hate hearing that, Karen. And she didn't get the vaccinations and didn't promote getting them either, but she does now. I'm not saying she had to promote getting them. Okay, whatever. Why would she not get them? I mean, see, this is what kind of pisses me off because she's, of all the people on YouTube, a lot of people may not agree with me here, whatever, I get that. And yeah, she does kind of buy into or believe or rather start to create some fucked up theories and things. I don't dispute that. But when it comes to things like this, where it's not about her channel, the shit she talks about on her channel, just shit in life, she strikes me as someone who's not an idiot, you know? I mean, just she spouts critical thinking and everything all the time. So I would expect her to apply that in other aspects of life. So she doesn't strike me as someone who would buy into a lot of the misinformation out there. So it kind of pisses me off. I mean, if she did buy into the misinformation, then that just really pisses me off how powerful the misinformation is. So this Louis, I do. Yeah, I know. I need a link though. I know you can't post in here. If you can think of it, if you want to DM here, I'll put my email address in here. I'll type it so it's really easy for you. Right, so there's my email address, if that helps, and my Twitter. How do I do that? Come here, Twitter. /Slayer. Yeah. Okay, that should be linked right to my Twitter too. If that makes it easier, if you can just link or so. If not, it's cool. I understand. Don't worry about it. But if you got a second, you can. I'd really appreciate that. Someone else had a cease and desist. All right, guys. I've been streaming here for a couple hours now. I'm going to call it a night. I need to go lay down. I have to work tomorrow night too. Don't want to work. But thanks everyone for being here, hanging out with me and checking it out. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hear it. No, I hear you, Cindy. People pressure people just walking around, wear a mask, and I do. And the anti-people literally get mad. And one guy was adamant I take off my mask. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hear you. I mean, that upsets me because like a lot of them just claim it's their right to decide and their right to choose. Okay, then why don't you feel like it's other people's right to decide and choose if you're adamant that they choose with you? You know, but I don't know. I'm sorry that happens. Totally clueless. I think that that's a great idea. I think she and I should talk about doing a stream together. Hey, Renelle, what's up? All right, I'm gonna go lay. I'm gonna go lay down though. I need to go take Robitussin, and I should not stream after I take Robitussin. But thank you everyone for being here, and I don't know. I hope we all learned something. I know I did. Good night.